Military intervention in Niger will trigger destabilization. Russia wants Ecowas. That is what I see here. So already, following the Thursday meeting at Abuja by the Ecowas heads of state, there are two resolutions that have taken which are actually contradictory to each other. One is that they should explore more diplomatic approach to resolving the issue in Niger Republic, and at the same time, they have also triggered the ECOWAS soldiers to be on standby and again to move into Niger Republic and then restore the democracy there. Unfortunately, like everyone is saying, ECOWAS does not have a standard team of soldiers. After the Liberian War and after a short time, the ECOMOG was actually dissolved and disbanded. So right now, ECOWAS does not have any pool of soldiers taken from various member nations to form a team or to form a group of soldiers that can carry out peacekeeping mission in any West African country. So it is now that all the countries are going to begin to donate soldiers or list out soldiers from the various countries to form a group and to reestablish so-called ECOMOG-like system of peacekeeping mission again. But how long will all of that take? That we don't know. But at the heel of that, President Putin of Russia has warned ECOWAS that military intervention in the Niger Republic will trigger destabilization and will cause more problems in the region. That they should take note of that. So let's see what Russia has said to the ECOWAS team on this matter. Okay. Russia on Friday warned against a military intervention in Niger, a day after West African leaders said they would muster a standby force in their effort to return the president toppled by a coup. We believe that a military solution to the crisis in Niger could lead to a protracted confrontation in that African country and to a sharp destabilization of the situation in Sahel region as a whole, the Russia Foreign Ministry said in a report by global news agency AFP. Recall West African leaders approved the deployment of a standby force to restore constitutional order in Niger, an intervention that will take place as soon as possible, Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara said on Thursday. The ECOWAS regional bloc did not provide details on the force to be deployed or the timetable for action against the military officers who seized control of Niger 2 weeks ago, deposing Mohamed Bazoum as president. But on his return to Abidjan from the emergency summit in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, Ouattara said the chiefs of staff will have other conferences to finalize things, but they have the agreement of the Conference of Heads of State for the operation to start as soon as possible. The Ivory Coast would provide a battalion of 850 to 1,100 men alongside soldiers from Nigeria and Benin and other countries would join them, Ouattara said. We are determined to restore President Bazoum to his functions. Earlier in Abuja, ECOWAS Commission President Omar Toure had announced the deployment of the bloc's force. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken called for a non-violent solution to reverse the coup, praising the determination of the ECOWAS to explore all options for the peaceful resolution of the crisis in a statement on Thursday. The bloc was playing a key role in making clear the imperative of a return to constitutional order, and we very much support ECOWAS leadership and work on this, he told reporters earlier on Thursday. Former colonial power France gave its full support to all the conclusions ECOWAS reached, the foreign ministry said. But even as the summit took place, Niger's new military rulers moved to consolidate their position and signaled further defiance by appointing a new government. A 21-member cabinet will be headed by Prime Minister Ali Mohammed Lamin Zain, a civilian, with generals from the new military governing council leading the defense and interior ministries. The coup leaders have already defied the Sunday deadline set by Ecowas as a week earlier to reinstate Bazoum, detained since July 26, or face military possible intervention. In Abuja, Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who chaired the crisis meeting, said um, all is not lost yet for a peaceful resolution as a roadmap to restore democracy and stability. But he added no option is taken off the table, including the use of force as last resort. Before the closed door talks, Tinubu had insisted that we prioritize diplomatic negotiations and dialogue as the bedrock of our approach. We must engage. The 15-nation bloc is struggling to stem military takeovers okay, and have now swept through 4 of its members in 3 years, potentially heralding fresh instability in a region struggling for years against jihadist insurgencies. Before the meeting, Tinubu acknowledged that the 7-day ultimatum we issued during the first summit has not yielded the desired outcome. Okay, an attempt this way to send a joint team of Ecowas, UN, and African Union representatives to Niger's capital, Niamey, was rejected by the coup leaders. So we must engage all parties involved, including the coup leaders, in earnest discussion to convince them to relinquish power and reinstate President Bazoum, Tinubu said. So, but in all of these, the fact remains that the military junta in Niger is defiant and has long said they will never do that. And with the support of some West African countries like Mali and Burkina Faso, any military move in Niger will be seen as war against all of them, and they are prepared to fight it out and to fight back at all cost. In the heel of all of this, we've seen how Russia, Putin, met with Burkina Faso military junta, and rumors have been that they are in support of the coup, and it's going to be a battle between Russia and the West in Niger. Okay, well, I've also seen publications saying that the Nigerians have secured the support of Wagner, another military force in Russia, to support them to fight Ecowas should Ecowas enter into Niger with military force. So it's going to be a very serious one. There's going to be power play, and we have to be careful about it. Russia, we don't want no trouble. If you choose to invade Nigeria, only kill those who orders for military intervention and not the innocent citizens who condemn the act. These are not talking on. So start from the top to bottom of the phenomena of Nigeria. That is it. Pheromones. Okay? May God bless you. Someone say, Tinubu, this is your war, not Nigeria. Even Fulani terrorists, herdsmen, you cannot contain in your doorsteps. You are talking about Niger Republic. Very clueless. Somebody shall not blame your dear hippopotamus. Can you imagine? It is obvious you suck human blood. Vampire generation, hell awaits you. Assembly of those army and send them. Assemble all those army and send them to fight banditry, jihadists, Boko Haram, and the rest of others, disturbing peace and development of Africa. Exactly. So again, in the wake of all of this, we have also seen how Ghanaians have called on their President Kufuor-Addo, to also not send Ghanaian soldiers to Niger Republic. They are not ready to lose their soldiers. It's a useless war. So let's see your take on this matter, that Russia is warning Ecowas that military intervention in Niger could be escalated and can cause problem and destabilization in the region. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.